All right, I'm going to teach you how to use the e-collar. So this is what yours should look like. If it's not, give me a call. Although mine, because this is for 4 dogs, the remote's the same, so the colors are different, but I'll kind of explain that. I'll just show you how yours will work. So don't mind the colors on mine, because they're a little different. Okay, first let's start with turning it off and on. To turn it on, there's this little red dot right there. And there's also a little red dot right there on the back. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna touch them, and a green light will pop on. That means it's on, and it'll start blinking. And if it's blinking green, that means it's charged. If it starts blinking like a red or an orange, that means you have like maybe an hour until it starts to die. But basically, if you're the kind of guy who's just gonna charge it whenever you're not using it, so you should be fine. Although it can last like a day or two. This can last like a day or two. This can last like a week without being charged. To charge it, there's the charger you'll see in your kit. You just flip the back open, and there's that where you plug one piece in. And then on this, you flip this open, this little piece right there. You can charge the other thing. You can charge them both at the same time. It should be a dual cord. All right, now to turn your remote on, stop. Dogs think I'm taking them somewhere because I'm playing with this, but I'm not. It's like 100 degrees outside. They're not going anywhere. All right, now the power button. Let me focus. Well, on the bottom, you should see one that says on and off. Basically, just press and hold, and it'll pop up. If it's blue, you can see the numbers. It's obviously on. And same thing to turn off. Press and hold, and that's it. Now, I don't have this because all of these it's a 4-dog system, but disregard that because yours is just for 1. This top button, if you press it on yours, not mine, on yours, this will vibrate. And that's a good way I like to make sure that it's on. So before I'll put it on the dog, I can press this button, and if it vibrates, I know it's on. Because sometimes when it's really sunny, you can't really see the blinking light and you won't know. So if you want to test it to see if it's on or off, click that button. Vibrates on, doesn't vibrate, you still got to touch it. Okay, next. You're going to have, on yours you'll have 2 buttons. One's black, one's red on the side. The 2 that are both black will be programming, which is kind of advanced stuff you probably won't need to worry about. And then you have the on and off button on yours. Other side is what you'll be using to correct. So the top one, which is black, is a nick. So when I click it, the stem on the collar will just be one quick jolt. And the bottom one that's red, if you press and hold it, it will be for up to 10 seconds, a continuous stem. The continuous is good with teaching pressure on and off, and it can be used with leash reactivity. We'll just do the way I tell you at first, and if you're not finding success with that, then we can start to use the continuous. But for now, you're just going to use the top one, which on yours will be black, and you're just going to, if she starts to pull, you're just going to click the button. You'll say no, and then you'll click the button, and that should work. You'll have the dial. Let me try to get that in front. I haven't really taken videos before like this, so You spin it. If you spin it clockwise, it goes down. If you spin it counterclockwise, it goes up. Now, here's how you can find her working level, which you're gonna want to go above with reactivity, because she's gonna be so worked up that her working level isn't gonna matter. Her working level is more when she's calm and, you know, just in the house or whatever, no distractions. So if you want to find her working level just to see where she starts to feel it, you can go up. You can put the collar on. You'll go up like 3, 2, and then click it. If she does nothing, go up another 2. Click the Nick button, the top one. Nothing, go up 2. And then until you see her kind of start to go like this, or like look around like what the hell, then you'll know that you reached the number, and that's where you can kind of have your starting point. Now, for reactivity, especially for her, since it sounds like she pulls pretty hard, I recommend you at least double, maybe triple that number. So I would guess, based on what type of dog she is, her working level might be a 10, 12. You might be looking at a 30 to 40. Possibly higher depending on how sensitive she is. I don't know, but I'm just guessing based off of what type of dog she is and what a dog like her usually is. Usually like a 10, 12, 15 seems to be kind of where they start. Again, that's when they're in a calm setting. Now when they're reacting, their adrenaline's way up. They're focused in on something, and just like you have been in situations where you have your adrenaline pumping, something that irritates you, or like is any painful, not to say that this is painful, but just to give a reference, obviously starts to go away. Like when you're in a fight and you have the adrenaline, a hit to the face doesn't hurt as much as if you're just sitting there calm doing nothing. So yeah, you're gonna want to go higher. Now also, when you put this on, you do want it to be tight. You don't want it, if this thing is moving around on the neck, it's no good. You're gonna want it to be tight. Let me grab a dog and try to show you. Stop. How do I do that? Okay, well, here's Paul. As you can see, I like to keep it somewhere around the neck or on the side is a good way. And I'll try to show you how tight it is. I can't get the angle I want. You see how I can fit only like 2, maybe 3 fingers in there? That's how tight you want it to be. If it's any looser, that's gonna be, and it's moving around, that's not gonna work as well. It's not gonna make consistent contact, and yeah, it's just not gonna work as well. Now, you might have an extra thing here. I'll loop it sometimes underneath here, or you can just cut it off because she's not growing anymore. So I would just cut it to somewhere like here, so there's not all that excess whatnot going on. And basically, yeah, when she starts to pull, or react in the beginning stages, so don't wait until she gets to the point where she's going crazy and about to pull you down, right? When you see that beginning stages, hair starts to raise up, she gets real attentive, the beginning of it. Before, Whipper, stop. before she actually starts to lash out. You're gonna want to beat her to it. Otherwise, you're gonna risk yourself getting hurt, and you're gonna have to go way higher on the dial. So I would have it set on a good number, and before she does anything, when you see that she's starting to react, you know, get her heightened senses, zone in on another dog, hair stands up, gets stiff, you're gonna want to say no, hit that nick button, the top one, and if she yelps or stops whatever she's doing, it means it worked. If she doesn't, it means you're not high enough, and you're gonna need to go up. If you have any more questions, or yeah, if you need any other help, have any questions, this doesn't work, let me know, and I'll try to make another video, or we can talk on the phone about it. All right, bye.